Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure, it's my honor. As usual, I will greet you and bring this message of emancipation to you. Now, before I go any further in bringing this message to you, I want to encourage you, if you haven't gotten the 66 books of magic, the Overcomer's Bible dedicated to Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia, Neville Goddard, meant I'm asking you to get it so I can get more into some Bible studies and break the word down to you and show you that everything that has been taught on the internet today, that you can find it in the Bible and you can know what to accept and what to reject. Now, I think I would have mentioned before that the New Testament is already available on Amazon, and it has no Jesus in it. It has a blank space for you to write your name next to the Christ, because you're the one who would have the experience to realize that the Bible is your own spiritual autobiography. And so it gives everyone equal rights and justice to claim the Bible to be their spiritual autobiography. There's no supremacy. There's no one claiming that we are the ones and the others are not. Okay, it's for everybody, and I think I've done justice to the Bible by putting it that way. And in the New Testament, I actually started with John. John is the account of Scripture, and John represents love, self-love, and you have to start with self-love. Okay, I think enough been said for that. Also, I want to encourage you to check the link down below, and if you would like to support this work on Patreon, the link is down below also. Now, let me move on to what I want to speak to you about. I want to speak to you concerning Neville Goddard and semen retention. Now, the internet is blocked right now with so many videos on semen retention, and many of the people who are doing these videos on semen retention, they are misled and misguided, and many of them are false woke YouTubers, and many of them, they will do anything to get to make $1, and that is what it's all about. They're out there competing for your mind to make you a clientele without telling you the truth. As you all know, since I've been making these videos, I've always said to you that hadn't it been that I would have burst my crown chakra and had the experience from the skull, I wouldn't have been here making any kind of video trying to do what I'm doing here. And when I started my YouTube channel, I had no idea of how you could ever benefit from doing YouTube. All I wanted to do was to teach people of what I would have experienced and what they can experience in their life. Also because I know I would have gone beyond humanity, and I'm not human. I know that I'm not human. Okay, I would love everyone in this world to have had to have the experience that I would have had. Okay, and that's why I'm doing teaching on the internet. Okay, and the most satisfying thing to me is when people tell me how much the video really helped them and what it would have done for them. That's when I feel accomplished, and no amount of money in this world can ever make me feel that kind of accomplishment. Okay, so with the semen retention now, Neville was asked that question many years ago, and to see that history all repeats itself. And Neville stated, to be honest with you, I cannot tell you the video, the lecture right now. If anyone listen to me and you know that lecture, you put up on that lecture before me, I would like you to make mention of it. I think I'll go through listening some of videos, see if I can just bounce back on that video also, when Neville said that one came to him concerning semen retention, and that person told Neville Goddard that he belonged to some esoteric society and how they practice semen retention and so on and all of that. And Neville frowned upon it. Neville is there say it was foolish, because nature itself will teach you that you need to release. And so what I really want to say is that anything in your life that you want to do that you can't make it a lifestyle, that you can't do it, be it for the rest of your life, is what I refer to as like a fat diet. It's like people say, oh, keto diet, vegan, fruitarian and so on, and many times they cannot maintain it for the rest of their life. Now, if you're gonna do semen retention, and you're gonna brag and boast and semen retention, say you're gonna empower you and make you like Superman and make you this, make you rich, make you like the 1%, make you the elite, make you all of that, then stay on it for the rest of your life. Leave all the pussy for me. So when I ejaculate, I can set my intention creatively, knowing what I desire and what I want to create. Because each and every one of us come into this world because our mother and our father had sex and our father didn't retain it. Okay? So we are a thought evolved being, and everything goes back to thoughts. So if you fix your mind, you fix your dick. You'll be able to control your sexuality. Not until you live in a house with a woman and you can see a naked body every day and you can have sex and you do not release all the time, and then you know when to release also, that you are in full control. Many of these youngsters, they're trying to become successful to see how much women they can get. So they'll do anything. Because some of them do not know how to approach women. Some of them do not know how to speak to a woman. Sometimes it does really move me to see like men like probably in America and so on, or other parts of the world, that they have coaching them how to get laid. Not down here in the Caribbean. I remember one time when I was working at the gym, I met two white women. They were medical students, and I used to help them out in the gym and so on, and they used to tell me if it's one thing they like with men down here, they're so bold. They're not afraid to tell you what they will want to do to you and so on. You see, and they had love, the kind of life down here. I think one of them was telling me she come from, I can't remember if it's Oklahoma and so on, and how so much of the men they're so fucking effeminate and so on. I was shocked. And so sometimes when I realize how it is, because I've never been to North America, okay, I've been through the Caribbean islands and so on. I'm born and raised in the Caribbean, okay, but I realize it's almost like anything could sell in America. It seems like men are not even men anymore, like the men are real freaking sissified. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, that's why it's good to travel to, and travel the world. I haven't traveled the world. I have to say I haven't traveled the world, but it's like it's hard for me to fathom. Because in these parts, it's not like that. We're so, and that's why I believe, the sunlight have a lot to do with boosting your sex drive and so on and all that, and that people need to get more sunlight and drink more water that comes from the earth, spring water, natural spring water, not polluted water. Okay? But never was against this whole foolishness, and I'm against it too. I believe when you ejaculate, you're supposed to ejaculate with your intention. You and your partner are supposed to discuss what you want to manifest by getting into the act of sacred energy exchange, because sex is sacred energy exchange. It's not supposed to be done just for pleasure. It's a creative act. So you're supposed to use it to create your reality consciously. So all these men who's on the internet doing a lot of videos on semen retention and calling the woman Jezebel, they fail to understand the true meaning of Jezebel. Jezebel is actually the religious system. Ahab is the political system. And Naboth is the people who don't want to steal the vineyard, the mind, they want to steal the damn mind. And I am like the Jehu who is here to deliver the people by destroying this whole Jezebel system. By what? The sword. Why is the sword? The sword is the word from my mouth. I can take all those things in the Bible and break them down. That's why I want people to get the 66 books of magic, get the Bible, that I can go into some serious Bible study and break this shit down for them. Okay? So, my brothers and my sisters, do not get caught up with the hype. After a while, these guys are going to calm down and realize they were brainwashed and deceived. That everything is mental. The universe itself is mental. This life itself is a damn dream. And when you wake up out of the dream, you realize everything is illusion. So you don't have to fight to live a life of prosperity when you understand who you are. This whole universe itself is sexual. I can show anyone that. As a matter of fact, I plan to dive into some deep stuff and do something. I don't know if it might be a book concerning secrets that they don't want you to know concerning sex. We live, this world itself is a sex world. Everything is sex, sacred energy exchange. I'll show you how freaking deep this thing is. How it's all around you. And how it's really stupid for anyone to believe that they're gonna get some sort of supernatural powers because they retain the semen and all of that. That supernatural power is in you and it never go from you. I believe there's a lot of men who have low sex drive, and because they have low sex drive and so on, they have inferiority complex and so on, they're pushing those kind of agendas. One time it was an agenda against the birth of a child, and still the agenda is here. They started family planning in these parts, and then from family planning now C-section, which is bullshit. My aunt had over 10 children, never had C-section. And then there are abortion, and then they bring condom in the mix and all of these kind of things, and then they feed the people a bunch of freaking pornography and men masturbating and joking without any intention and so on. And that's how they're wasting it. When you use it without intention, you know, that's when you're wasting it. You know, that's when you're spilling it. You know, I could go in the Bible in Genesis and show you that. With Tamar and Judah and Onan and so on. Yet it's not literal what you think. That could break all of that down and show you your thoughts. How the thought works, how the mind freaking works. How is that sexual world we actually living in? So my brother, my sisters, even if a person wants to control the sexual drive, they could go on a literal fast, putting the body under subjection, while cleansing the body, cleansing the mind. What you need is a mental diet. So, let me say this. If anyone come and tell you about Neville support semen retention, tell them that's bullshit. That's not true. Never supported semen retention. If anyone want to come and tell you about law of attraction and semen retention and all of these bullshit, or they want to tell you about Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, that wasn't what Napoleon Hill was implying. It was implying that you can take this sexual energy and you can focus that sexual energy into your goals and your desires. It doesn't mean trying to practice something that you can't do for the rest of your life. As I would have said before, anything that you can do for the rest of your life. Don't go around boasting on it and bragging on it and trying to teach people to run to it because you cannot do it for the rest of your life. It is good to show people that there are certain benefits to your body. If you can like cut back on the amount of time, like for example, if you're having sex 4 times a week and you can cut it down to 2 times a week, that might be better. If you can even cut it down to 1 time a week, that might even be much better. But to talk about, oh, I'm on 100 days semen retention, 200 days semen retention, it's all about ego. You're still in the ego. I've been doing all of these things for many years, and even unconsciously, when I was involved in secular Christianity, I used to retain so much without any kind of concept of semen freaking retention. If semen retention were making Superman, well then all those religious men and men who go into Christianity, then and who stay away from sex, saying it's fornication, adultery and all of these things, they would have become freaking Superman, but many of them become more effeminate and girly, and some of them become homosexual, and some of them become less man. Because sometimes you have women in the church who want to dick and you playing holy. You understand? So, never condone that kind of bullshit, and I do not believe Abdullah condone that kind of bullshit too, because never tell you Abdullah use so much eat a certain kind of way, drink a certain kind of way. You wouldn't believe a holy man would do that. You catch what I'm saying? So, I just want to do this video to let you know if you're listening to me, don't get caught up with the hype. Don't get caught up with the fat diet. It's a fat diet. Do not feed on it. There's a lot of things out there to deceive you and to brainwash you, to give you false hope or false confidence for you to feel a certain way about yourself from the ego perspective. But I'm saying to you, when you learn to control your mind, you will control everything. Because all is mind. We become what we think about. So whatever you think about and you do repeat repetitively or over and 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 over again. Because that's the same process they use to brainwash you in school and in the religious bodies. Having you repeating the same thing over and 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 over until you register in your subconscious mind. So mind, all is mind. You control your mind and control everything else. Okay? So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I hope I've been helpful to you with this video. And I want to say to you, if what I'm saying right here, right now, is been really resonating with you, it's really reaching out to you and it making sense to you, then it is for you. And if you haven't subscribed already, I encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. But before I leave you, I want to let you know that this message I bring to you, that it is the single eye, yes. It is the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body be full of light. And my brother and my sister, because of the single eye, and because my whole body has been filled with light, that's why I'm bringing light to you. And if you would believe and receive, that you would have that same kind of experience where you would awake within yourself like a fiery being after the great and mighty shaking, where you would hear the unearthly wind. And that eye, that single eye, will open in you. And when you ascend, you will burst your crown chakra and go beyond the 7th chakra and come into the 9th dimension, come to the highest power, come into your Christ self and experience the resurrection and experience the true virgin birth, which is the birth from above. And you'll be able to tell your experience to your brothers and your sisters. And that's why I always say to you, my brothers and my sisters, do not let anyone brainwash you or deceive you by making you believe that the eye above the pyramid is some evil symbol of some elite and so on. All of us are the elite, as I would have said before. All of us are the same damn power. All of us are connected. There is no hierarchy. There is no aristocracy. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, I always give you the symbol of the single eye with my hand above my crown chakra. And you have never seen any other who have done this. I am the first you have ever seen. Saying to you that when you have this experience, you come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N. And that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For the sun, as in the S-U-N, parallels the human imagination. The human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And you're told in Psalm 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun, S-U-N, and there's only one S-U-N that you can actually see with your physical eyes. Therefore, the sun, it says that the Lord thy God is a sun and shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And the sun has never withhold any good thing from humanity, for the sun is what powers all of humanity, and all the energy comes from the sun. And you are also told that it's in Malachi chapter 4 verses 2 that the sun, as in the S-U-N of righteousness, shall arise in you, with healing in his wings. That's why I'm bringing healing to all of humanity and pointing each and everyone to look in order to discover that their real identity is their divinity, and to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, your creative power, which is actually the sexual power. Use that power to achieve your every desire. So when you ejaculate, send your intention out with the ejaculation to achieve your every desire. So sex with a purpose. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.